Hello, this is Kevin Benedict, Independent Mobility Analyst and SAP Mentor, reporting live from SAP's DCOM in San Jose today. And I have the privilege of spending time with Gabe Thendean and Alan Lau. And both of these guys work with Brand Mobilizer, which is a solution under the Sybase 365 product line. Isn't that correct? Yes. All right. So I'll try to get the camera lined up here first. So a lot of the people that I talk to, Gabe and Alan, in enterprise mobility and the SAP community, really don't know anything about Sybase 365. So what I would ask today, if you can just share what is Sybase 365, what is Brand Mobilizer, and what are some case studies in which they should consider using your solution, and who wants to start over here?
I guess I'll start with the Sybase 365 is. Sybase 365 is our sort of hosting platform for SMS messaging interop. So what we do is we provide a platform where operators, when they send inter-operator SMS, they go through us. We're also kind of what you know known in the industry as a SMS aggregator. So what that means is we also provide a platform for like content providers, for enterprise businesses to host. We host applications for them and connect them to the operator to their customers.
Okay, now I heard some giant numbers of billions of messages or something that you guys support on a daily basis. Can you share that with us?
Yes, so basically I think the numbers are somewhere like 1.2 to 1.5 billion messages that we send every day from our platform, and that's just the messages that we send between different operators and also to customers from our content providers and our enterprise customers. And
that doesn't count American Idol?
I don't believe so. American Idol, I think mostly is from the carriers themselves. They host it, but love to have that business though.
So can you share some of the business cases that might fit the profile of your solution?
Yes, so for example, if we talk about Brand Mobilizer, in the past, if you want a solution, let's say American Idol, since you mentioned it, somebody wants to text in, and when they text in, you want to do a counter, for example, how many people text in for contestant number 1 or how many for 2 and so on. You probably want to develop a specific application for that. What we do with the Brand Mobilizer is to allow you, instead of develop a custom application, is actually to develop a model using our application without hard coding it. So it's sort of a high-level programming language. In doing so, then we can take the solution and sell it to other companies, and they can model their own flows or their own application. So it's sort of like the orchestration layers, using the term of a service-oriented architecture. You separate in between your services and your orchestration layers, and that's what we call the application.
So these are applications that are, the application you actually see on your iPhone is just the messaging app, right?
Correct. So in terms of the client on your phone, you just use the SMS client. So any type of phone, it doesn't have to be iPhone, any feature phones, that has the SMS client, which is basically every phone today, can text in. So you're sending a text message to a specific number, which we call a short code, and then you can start interacting with the application. And we do a lot of deployment in the emerging markets, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, in the Middle East, Philippines, and so on. That enables the operator, the banks, to provide application using the SMS mechanism, because a lot of the people has phone, but they don't have, for example, the smartphone or a data line to be able to interact with the what we call apps. So using the SMS is a mechanism for them to still interact with the application, but in a more easy way or non-intrusive way, or without installing any apps, because the SMS client is already there.
So Alan, you shared with me when you were giving me a demonstration, you have a development environment that kind of, you set up a decision tree which says, what do you want? You can hook a phone number or a code up, and that activates all kinds of different transactions on a menu all through SMS, isn't it?
Right, and that's basically what Gabe talked about in terms of orchestration. We basically provide sort of a very graphical tool to allow you to say, build menus, build decision trees on what to do with the SMS text and how to interact with the customer that's using the application. So basically, you could, after you develop your states, what we call states as the business logic, you can have your business people build an application, not necessarily your developers. So that we provide a high-level tool to allow you to build these applications quickly, and not necessarily have to get a lot of programmers in order to deploy these SMS applications to the masses.
So you shared earlier that banking is a pretty popular one, so people can push 1 to see their balance, 2 to transfer, or those kinds of things. What are the most popular kinds of industries and business processes that utilize this environment?
I would think banking is probably our #1 use case. There's also things of probably some M-payments, mobile payments. What other industries? Obviously it's very popular in telecom to probably build, just small applications like you mentioned, like American Idol type applications very easily.
Correct. So there's, I guess you can categorize it. There's the social aspect, there's the enterprise aspect, and then there's this hype about the M-commerce app. M-commerce, I'm categorizing generically here, M-commerce, M-payments, wallet, and that type of things. So if we're going back, the social aspect is that in the past, there's a lot of application, which is also called mobile services, that you can vote, you can participate in a quiz, or you can take some sort of instance win type of application that if you're the 10th caller or 10th person text in, you will win $50 or something. Those are more, I think, used to be called mobile service operator services. Now it's probably called social services. And the enterprise, they can use it to send alert. We have banks and so on that wants to send alert to their customer when the balance is below a certain amount, or the phone telco that wants to send an alert to the customer when their prepaid account is below a certain amount, just to notify them that, hey, you should recharge your phone and so on. The enterprise can use it to send alert for other reasons and so on. Enterprise can use it for marketing reasons as well. That's from the, and then from the M-commerce aspect and so on, there will be banking, sending alerts. We do in the emerging market a P2P transfer or person-to-person money transfer, a remittance. A lot of remittance because of foreign workers from Philippines, Malaysia, work in the Middle East, wants to send money back and so on through using our remittance capability and so on. So those are more the mainstream now, or more popular one, the M-commerce, M-banking, which is the market, I think, is still changing quite a bit. Everybody wants to get a piece of it.
So within the enterprise area of SAP, there's a whole category of solutions called productivity apps, which are really just transactions, simple transactions, approvals for purchase orders, things like that. Can those at times also be a good use case?
Absolutely, and that's why we developed this tool to be very generic, because we provide some basic, what we call states that you can use to form the flow, but we provide SDK so that our customer enterprise can build these states to target a specific what we call services or capability. So in the SAP world, for example, our customer can easily develop these states to target their CRM system, ERP system, and the MRP system, whatever, to provide their functionality.
Great. Well, Gabe and Alan, I want to thank both of you guys for sharing today and educating us about Sybase 365 and Brand Mobilizer.
Thanks, Kevin. Nice to finally meet you in person.